Everyone, this is Katie Carney from Katie Carney's Stitching, and this is my Flosstube number 92. It is the 19th of November, and I have so much to show you. It's crazy. I have done so much finishing in the last couple weeks. My anxiety has led to me being an incredibly productive stitcher, which is great. And also it's Christmas, so there's that also. So first off, I hope that you're all well. Thanksgiving for us in the US is on Thursday this week, and I hope that you get to spend it with family and friends and have a wonderful holiday. And I think I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10 fully finishes to show you. So get ready, saddle up. I can't imagine this will be as long as my last video, but you never know. And thank you to everyone who commented and watched my retreat recap. I know it was a little all over the place. Okay, so first off, I did some pillow finishing last weekend, and I started with frosted pumpkin designs, and I don't remember what they were called, but they're a long strip. It's like a Halloween-y village, and they go on the long strip like this, but I did them separately. I copied off, I think, Michelle McGraw. So here's the bakery. And then the backing fabric is these fun pumpkins. You'd be surprised, I had a lot of trouble finding Halloween fabric in my stash. I stuffed all of my pillows that I'm going to show you with a mix of fiberfill and that lizard litter. So they all have, I think all but one have a little bit of each in there. So there's the first one. And I stitched these last year and just never finished them. This is the piece that's in the middle. So it's all the little people. And this is just a piece of Lady Dot Creates velveteen fabric. And then this fun little house with the owl on it. And this is the fun backing fabric. Then I did Boo by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I put some chenille around it, and it does seem to shed. That's okay. So this is not all of the pattern. I just did a little bit of it and I was done with it, and I said, well, that'll be a perfect pillow, and it is. And then it's just a chevron backing fabric that I had and some glue apparently. And now that I have showed you all of those, they can go up into the attic with my fall decorations that I took down, I think 2 weeks ago. I'm going to probably start bringing my upstairs Christmas stuff down this week, because if I don't, I'm just not going to put it up. All right, next is the Glitter Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. I had finished 3 of these. So here's the first one, the little snowman, very cute. I did put some fun binding ribbon around these, and then all the backs are this white tree fabric that I had. And then this is the first one I ever did from that collection. And you know, it's funny, I had said I wasn't going to do any more of these, and then I was finishing them and I was like, oh, but they're so beautiful. And I fell in love with them again. So maybe I will stitch more, who knows. And then the church with the stained glass windows, which is my favorite. I love how that came out. So these will stay in my, I'm going to take these to work. I have a little like handmade box that I can put smalls in. So I think that that will be a lot of fun for work. Now I'm going to pause you and I'm going to move this, I have been waiting to film, and I've got a dough bowl full of pillows here. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back again. Next off is, I can't remember who designed it, Stitchrovia. And it is Santa's Coming, I think it's called. And I had this framed at Hobby Lobby. And this is not glass, it's, well, maybe it is glass. No, it's plastic. And this is a Christmas gift for my friend Sarah. I picked a lovely hunter green frame. I used a 14 count opalescent Aida, and they had both a DMC and anchor, and I used the anchor. I hope she likes it. So this is for my friend who's Muslim who comes to my house for Christmas, and she loves Santa. So I'm hoping she likes this also. So there's that. I think they did a great job framing this. It's one of the best frame jobs. Hobby Lobby usually does a good job framing, but I think that this is extra special good. And I try to always tell you guys how much framing costs, because I think that, hang on, I just dropped it on the floor. Ooh. Because I think it's very helpful to know. So the frame was 50% off always if you buy a pre-made frame. So the frame was $9.99. The custom mat was $10. The mounting with the lacing or whatever they do was $15. And the dust cover and hanger were $3. And the total was $37.99 plus tax. Could not have made it for that. So thank you, Hobby Lobby. Then, because I'm still not done with my FFOs, I finished this. It's an Etsy pattern for my friend's wedding. They're getting married the 23rd of December. I can't wait. I'm going to be reading at their wedding. Little bird cardinals up in the corner. And then the only thing is I did keep I thought everything was centered, but the 12/23/2023 doesn't really look centered, but I think it's close enough. It's centered like between those two leaves. Maybe it just looks a little wonky. I don't know. I think it looks fine. So I FFO'd that yesterday. The frame I got on clearance at Michael's. I mounted it on foam core with pins. I pinned it. I like pinning on foam core because it's easy. Now the problem was then I couldn't get the back on the frame with the glass. So I had to leave the glass off, and then I couldn't get the back on anyway, and I kind of had to just shove it on. So congratulations, Heather and Dave. I can't wait to be at your wedding. It's Christmas themed, so the green and the red seemed perfect. But wait, there's more. Okay, sorry about that. I hit the pause button on accident. But wait, there's more. I also started and finished a pair of socks for Mark. These are not for Christmas. They're just because socks. This is a worsted weight fleecy sock yarn from Knit Picks that I did add some Cascade 220 for the toe and the tops. So that meant that one hank of the fleecy was enough for a pair of men's socks. So that was good. Hopefully he likes them. He asked for them, so I'm assuming he will. And then I have one more FFO. So I stitched this in December of 2021, and January I finished it in 2022. And then didn't know what to do with it. And I finally FFO'd it. This was a free pattern that year. This was a board that is meant to hang like this. So I have to have this. I got to get a big old staple gun and staple it into this corner. But I'm going to do that at work tomorrow. So anyway, I also mounted this on foam core. And then to cover up the pins, I put this, the same actually that I used for the Glitter Village, around it. This is a piece of 32 count cotton, Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month from 2020. I don't remember what the color was. And this is the end of that piece. I had made something else with it also. It's just a light blue. I used the called for DMC. I loved this piece. The stars took forever. And actually I'm donating this. A coworker and I do little events for the sisters at work. So we did bingo actually on Friday, and we're going to do another bingo before Christmas with special gifts. And this is, I'm going to call it the grand prize because I think it's a grand prize, but it's one of the big prizes that they're going to have. So that's the end of my FFOs, but that was 10 minutes worth of FFOs. Yay, go me. There probably won't really be more FFOs though for the rest of the year. All right, so the next I've been in the mood to finish the smalls that I have started. I don't like carrying smalls, so This is the next part of that frosted pumpkin, another little village, and this is the Ghostwriter's Bookshop. Y'all, this had almost 3,000 stitches in it. It took me forever. I worked on it all day last Sunday and then every morning this week and finally finished it Friday. But it is cute, but it just took forever. And it's funny, now that I look at it in the camera, this is a little cactus and it's eating this little fly. I could not figure out what that was. I made a couple mistakes in counting, but I just went with it. I am using the DMC conversion, but also in some places the anchor. I've discovered for smalls, I really like just being able to pull the anchor if I can, because they're very accessible. My DMC is in picture boxes, so you have to take it off the shelf, pull the lid off, and then find it. My anchor is in drawers, so it's very easy to just, for a small, pull the anchor. And then this is my other finished object, and I should finish this year, but I'm not gonna. And this is Lila's Studios Halloween Quaker, and I did this section right here. This was another one that had a lot of stitches in it, but I really like how it came out. I forgot to put the moon in, but I'm not going back, so this is it. I will do a flat fold with this next year at some point. Maybe. Hopefully next year. I had planned to use this same piece of fabric to do the Christmas version of that little village in the corner, but this fabric was so terrible to work on that I'm going to throw it away. It was awful. I don't know what it is. It was a mystery fabric that somebody put on the giveaway table at the retreat, and it was really horrible to work with. I hated it. So I'm happy not to work with that anymore. Okay, so that's my finished objects. So there was only 2 just finished objects. Everything else was fully finished. And I really don't have a lot of whips because I've been finishing things. Once I finished Mark's socks, hang on one second, my computer's making noise. No, thank you. Okay, once I finished Mark's socks, I had to go gangbusters back on this sweater because I'm giving it to a friend and her birthday is the beginning of December. I'm not going to get it done for that, but I always aim to get her gifts to her in between Christmas and her birthday. And I'm only sending her this. This is all she's getting because it's a handmade sweater and that's love. So here it is. This is a tin can knits pattern with 2 colors of orange that I'm making striped. And it needs to be, I think 15 or 16 inches from here, and I'm at like 7. But I did a lot yesterday. Fra and I are watching the new Frasier. It's like a reboot of Frasier. He goes to Boston. And if you didn't like the original Frasier, you definitely won't like this. But if you are looking for escapism, it's great. And I'm really enjoying it. So that's my knitting whip. I also have a hat to do before Christmas, and the mittens that I'm doing for my godson and his sisters, I don't need those till January 6th, so they are a post-Christmas problem. My friend Heather, who's getting married, and her kids are coming here on Little Christmas to celebrate, so their gifts are all purchased, but the knitting can wait until that sweater is done. I don't usually like to drag sweaters back and forth to work on during lunch, but gonna have to. All right, I have one more small that I need to finish before the end of the year. It's already started, and you know, I do 4 Prairie Schooler Santas a year, so this is my 4th for the year, and it's the 1995 Prairie Schooler Santa. I don't like this one very much. I really don't. But we are doing them all. Actually, I meant to tell you all in my last video, one of the great things to come from the retreat was I said, you know, I've now done, well, it'll be 12, I think. Yeah, I think. I don't know. However many. I think 12 of these Santas, but I have not finished any of them because I want to finish them all together, and I don't know how, and I don't really want them to be ornaments because I don't have the room to have just a tree of Prairie Schooler Santas. And somebody said, why don't you make them into a book? okay. So I think I want to talk to Vanna and see if she has any ideas. Because if I did a book, I could do like every 10 years. So like 84 to 94, 95 to 2005. Like I could do 10 years at a time and then have several books and then not have to wait to finish them forever. And I could like stitch something on the front for like a little cover. I have like an idea. I just have to figure out the best way to do it. So I need to talk to a professional. But anyway, this is what I have done on 95. I worked on this a little bit yesterday. This, and then I started knitting, put it aside. But, I don't normally get the red done first like this, but because I was working on it at the retreat, that made the most sense. I need to make myself finish the sun and do the moon, because if I don't, I'll never do them. I really don't like this one, but I'm committed, so I'm going to do it. So that is my whip. I'm using an 18 count fiddler's cloth, oatmeal colored, and the called for DMC. And then I was hoping I would have Celtic Autumn to show you, but I did not want to start her until Frost ornaments were done and I had done that fall finishing so that could all go up in the attic, because that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. So I yesterday finally got her on my squirrel rods, because I bead on squirrel rods, and then either today or tomorrow I have my Dubco tabletop stand out. I will start the beading. This is going to take a while. I'm hoping maybe I'll do like a half hour a day until it's done. So we shall see. I don't like these are Dubco, frames, and I don't like them at all. I really prefer the roller frames, but my roller frame that would work for this size has, oh dear, there we go. My roller frame for this size has a lavender and lace pattern on it. And I don't really want to take that off, so. Anyway, I'm going to have to tie this together. And then for stitching, when I finish the Prairie Schooler Santa, I am going to pick up Coming to America, because I think maybe I could get this done by the end of the year. So this is Coming to America by With Thy Needle and Thread. And let me show you where I stopped last time. I am using the called for floss and the called for fabric. I got it kitted up from Needlework Corner, I think it's called, in Baltimore by Dreama, and that is a great store. I wasted a lot of fabric at the top. A lot. Very expensive. And I really do need to finish it, because look at all this beautiful fabric that I'm wasting, because I am not doing the whole thing. Anyway, here's what I have so far. This is 1/2, the called for. And then I decided initially that I was not going to do the names, and I'm not, because I'm not related to anybody. So I'm here. I'm going to finish this section. And then I don't think I'm actually going to put her in there. I think I'm just going to have these two ladies stitching. I'm going to put these words in and then the Plymouth at the bottom and finish it. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. Obviously, I'm going to frame it. I got it because I am easily influenced and everybody was stitching it and I wanted to. And my people came from Ireland. So, you know, another group of people who were oppressed by the British. They came from Poland and they came from Germany. So, you know, I am awesome. Love history, have a degree in history, love it. But it just doesn't make sense for me to do the whole piece. And I would like to save that fabric for something else. And I think if it's smaller, I can actually put it up on my kind of dusty gallery wall over here. And it is dusty. Ugh. So it can go there. So that's my hope to finish for the end of the year. And if I do, my plan is two more things. One, I want to stitch this for on top of this little jewelry box that I got for if I ever travel again for stitching. And I did get for inside, I was at Hobby Lobby picking up that piece and I found this cute little tape measure and it fits perfectly inside and it matches perfectly. So if you have any ideas of like designing the inside of one of those jewelry boxes, please let me know, because I want it to be very functional and I want to know what you keep in yours. And then the other, if I finish all that, I'm going to pick up Spirit of Christmas. It's my old, now after Celtic Autumn is done, it'll be my oldest whip. So that'll be a focus towards the end of the year. And then I think what I'm going to do for next year, I really liked working on all my whips at the beginning of the year. I kind of fell off in June, but I did pretty well. I think I'm going to have, like I had Consider the Lilies, a focus piece that I'll have like a goal to work on for a week or 10 days at the beginning of a month, and then I'll move on to my whips and I will just random number them again like I did last year and work on that whip for a couple weeks, or until it's a good place to stop so that I can make progress on all my whips. I have two things that I really want to start, but I am trying not to start them because I counted and I think I have 17 whips and I really wanted to get under 15 this year and that did not work. So if I finish coming to America, maybe I can have some new starts. And then on a very exciting note, I got my final Butternut Road. I have completed my collection. I have all of these. This is New Wings A and it was the only one I was missing. And it came up for a very affordable price. So that was very exciting. It doesn't come up very often, so I was thrilled. So my Butternut Road collection is complete, and I need, I think, 10 lavender and laces and 12 Toldena Gardens or vice versa. So those will be years before I finish the collection, but it's been fun collecting. Anyway, like I said, this was going to definitely be a shorter video, and it is. It's only 23 minutes long. I hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope that you eat lots of stuffing, because that's my favorite food, and that you enjoyed this video. I will talk to you soon. Bye!